Hello and welcome. In this week's episode, coal pollution kills 23,000 people annually in the EU. Juno probe arrives at Jupiter, and 500 elephants to be relocated in Malawi. A recent report by a collaboration of sustainable energy campaigners reveals that approximately 23,000 people die as a result of coal dust inhalation each year in the European Union. The researchers analyzed emissions from 257 of the 280 coal-burning power stations in the EU. Their report, issued on Tuesday the 5th, associated 22,900 premature deaths to the pollution caused by power stations. Roughly 83% of those deaths, 19,000 in total, were blamed on inhalation of fine coal dust. The dust is fine enough to pass through the lungs and to be absorbed by the bloodstream. Roberto Bertolini, the World Health Organization representative to the EU, says air pollution is responsible for millions of deaths worldwide. Burning coal releases toxic particles approximately 2.5 micrometers in diameter, which are spread by the wind over a very large area and can affect the health of people living not just in the immediate area, but as far away as a different country. The most common causes of death associated with particulate matter exposure are strokes, heart disease, chronic lung disease, and lung cancer. Similar studies have been conducted elsewhere, with more than 13,000 deaths in the US, 115,000 in India, and 1.4 million deaths each year in China as a result of air pollution. A team in Malawi will start moving up to 500 elephants from their current location to a nature reserve some 300 kilometers away, where experts hope the population could eventually serve as a reservoir to restore some elephant populations to other parts of Africa. The relocation project starts next month and should be completed next year. Relocating the 500 elephants will be a challenging project, with each animal having to be darted from a helicopter, lifted by a crane, and placed in a custom-built transport crate before they make the journey to their new home at the Nkota Wildlife Reserve. African Parks, a non-profit group who is running the relocation, says it must relocate the elephants due to the increasing human-wildlife conflict in areas where elephant populations are too high. Andrew Parker, Operations Director at African Parks, says there's a paradox in Africa where elephants are in steep decline in certain places but require population management in better protected areas where their numbers are growing. While listed as vulnerable by the IUCN, ongoing conservation efforts have resulted in an overall increase in the continent's elephant populations. NASA's space probe, Juno, has successfully arrived at Jupiter, the largest planet in our solar system. The probe, which was launched 5 years ago and arrived on Monday the 4th, will use its 8 remote sensors and camera to allow scientists to study Jupiter's weather, magnetic environment, composition, and history. Juno is the second spacecraft to inspect Jupiter. The first was Galileo, launched in 1989, arriving in 1995, and studying the gas giants and its moons until 2003. Galileo's discoveries include finding potential saltwater oceans under the crusts of Europa, Callisto, and Ganymede, 3 of Jupiter's 49 moons. It also sent a descent probe into Jupiter's atmosphere. By studying our neighboring planets, scientists can discover more about how our solar system formed, the conditions necessary for life to exist, and how to better care for our own world. After the groundbreaking discoveries made by the Galileo probe, who knows what secrets of Jupiter will be uncovered by Juno. Thanks for watching this week's episode of Enviro Report. Subscribe to stay updated about future videos. In the meantime, please share your thoughts on these issues in the comments below.